Here's another video showing you what we had for dinner this week. Now, all 4 of these meal ideas are super easy to make, they're really affordable, so they'd be perfect to recreate at home. And I have got all the recipe links in the description below, so if you want to try them out, you can, super easy. And just so that you know, Mark is going to be helping me in this video, so if you hear his voice or you see his hands, that is the reason why. Anyway, I think we should get on with cooking some dinner.
Okay, so first up this week is lasagna.
Oh, this is a good one.
Or lasagna. Lasagna? I don't know.
I'll eat both.
I'll eat both. Yeah, so first up, courgette. Chopping tons of courgette. You know by now how much I love courgette. I put this in because it's kind of a bit like onion in a way in its texture, not its flavour obviously, but I can't eat onion, so I use courgette instead.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Fine.
And I fry that down until it's more softened than what most people would have. And then I have my beef mince. We're having beef with this. We usually have turkey with a lot of stuff, but we fancied some beef tonight.
Yep.
Then I added my tinned tomatoes, which you'll see happen a lot in this video. And then just cook that all down for quite a while, just so it's all mixed up. Oh, and then I need to make more white sauce. So a bit of butter, bit of flour, and then also...
My milk.
Yes, lacto-free milk. So that's Mark's milk that we have to use, which is fine.
Sorry. It's fine.
So that is how I do my white sauce. And I'll just put that on the heat, just slowly warm it up whilst I put some salt and pepper in, and then let the bolognese just keep sort of cooking down. And now, with this white sauce, the key is to never stop stirring. So as soon as you start, never stop or it'll get lumpy, and keep stirring until it just thickens up and it feels, you can feel it in the spatula, you can feel that thickening. And once it's thickened up enough, you can take it off the heat, and then you can grate a load of cheese, add it in, and it will just melt into the sauce, which is divine. It's delightful. And then you can just add some pepper and a little bit of whole grain mustard, because that just makes it taste really good. And then you can layer it. So you've got your mince you put in, then a bit of the sauce, it will spread out, so not too much. And then some lasagna sheets, which I broke.
It wouldn't fit in the dish otherwise, would it?
And then another layer of the same, another layer of broken lasagna sheets. Who cares though?
Tastes the same.
Yeah, and then your final layer will just be mince, more of the white sauce than you had before. I never have enough, but whatever. And then tons and tons of cheese to compensate, like tons of cheese. It makes it amazing.
Oh,
And then
that looks so good.
in the oven for, I think, 45 minutes to an hour. When it looks like that, it's done. And then just plate it up. Big portions, I'd say, because it's so good.
I want a big portion
Yeah,
of that. That
we
looks
have to
so
restrain
good.
ourselves and then go back for seconds, really, don't we?
Yeah, restraining doesn't work that well, does it?
Yeah, so just that, and then you can put a bit of basil on top, just make it look pretty. You don't really need to. I don't eat my basil, Mark does.
Yeah, basil's so good.
And then some rocket on the side. And finally, if it wasn't cheesy enough, Parmesan as well, because...
Well, why not?
Yeah, why the hell not? Parmesan makes every dish. So there is my lasagna.
We don't make this enough.
We don't make this
Just
enough.
saying it now.
And it's really simple. And it's gluten-free as well, which is great.
Oh, and here's what I made this week.
Ooh, I love this.
My paella.
Paella. I say paella.
It's chicken and prawn.
Yep.
You'll see that little courgette sneaking in there.
Oh, no.
Which is why I'm going to be preparing courgette.
We love our courgette or zucchini.
Yep, whatever you want to call it, it's still the same.
Yep.
And then also I'm using chicken thighs, not chicken breast, because we actually cooked this for quite a while, and chicken breast tends to dry out too much.
Thigh's better.
So I'm going to start by cooking shredded carrot, my courgette, soften it, add my chicken. You can see this is already coming together very quickly.
Yeah.
And for my spice blend, I use paprika, bit of cayenne pepper. There's supposed to be a pinch, I put loads in.
Oh well.
A pinch of saffron because it's expensive, and it makes it yellow.
Yes.
Which is good, tastes nice. And then it's just a bit of salt and pepper. So you can't say that's complicated spice blend, can
No,
you?
that's not. That's really simple. And then you just put it in, and coat it all?
Yep, coat it all nicely. Right, so I've added my chopped tomatoes, some boiling water, and my paella rice.
Yep.
And that's it, you just let that reduce. And once it reduces, the rice should be cooked.
Also,
the meat should be cooked.
you can use risotto rice if you don't have paella rice. It doesn't really matter.
I may have done that.
Oh.
I can't tell them apart anymore.
No, nor can I.
They're not labelled. So you just let that reduce. Takes probably about 20 minutes.
Yep.
And just before it's finished reducing entirely, I add my raw prawns.
Yep.
So I probably left this a little bit too late. So I also added a little bit of water to make sure that by the time the prawns were cooked...
I always end up adding extra water
It
anyway.
only takes a few more minutes.
And chives, my favourite.
Chives, adds a bit of colour and tastes awesome.
Yep.
And then plate up. And obviously, what am I going to serve it with?
A little bit of lemon.
A little bit of lemon wedge.
Because I love just squirting that lemon.
Oh, it goes so well with all the tomato.
Oh, it does.
Flavour.
It really, really helps.
So that's really easy to make.
It's delicious.
Like, I'd have that every day of the week.
Me too. Okay, so next is something that I made, and this is our chili con carne. It's a turkey minced chili con carne, so not like the beef lasagna, and it is so nice. Like, it's quite new for us. We haven't made it for that long. Maybe about a year. So not that long.
That's quite a while.
Yeah, but you know. So firstly, Mark did the rice for me. It's just 1 part rice to 2 parts water.
Yep.
And
in
then
the microwave.
and then it's courgette. Courgette again. Love a bit of courgette, but also added some red pepper this time.
Phew.
Just
something different.
Just for, and for a bit of colour. So fry off that red pepper to start with, and then add the courgette.
Oh, I saw that. You spilled a bit.
I did. And then add your turkey mince. This is turkey thigh mince, not turkey breast mince, because again, breast is dry, thigh is moist. And
that almost rhymes.
it did, but not quite. And then again, tinned tomatoes. There's a theme going on here. And just cook that for a little bit. And whilst that's doing, you can make your like chili con carne spice mix. So oregano, some cumin, and then some asafoetida, which is a bit like onion powder, but I can't have onion, so I use asafoetida, and it's very nice.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah, and then add a bit of chili paste to that, and mix it in. But then also to make it more of a paste, I add in some tomato puree because I need that in the mixture in the like recipe anyway.
It a bit, doesn't it?
So then dollop it in.
I love your dollop.
It's just to spread it out a little bit. And then also you want to add some stock. So just get a little bit of stock, you see, 150. Mix it in, pour it in, and then you literally do just leave it to brew.
There we go.
And it will nicely reduce and thicken, and all the flavour will just come together, and every mouthful will be like, that
looks so good.
And then plate it up. So bit of rice on both plates, and some chilli. And then what are we going to put? Oh, Mark likes a bit of sort of his dairy-free kind of sour creamy stuff. Chives, and then lots of cheese. And it's so good. The chives were especially good on this plate.
Yeah, I know.
They were like really good.
Up,
yeah, so that's really, really nice. You could have it with some tortilla chips, whatever you want, but it's just nice on its own.
Oh, and this is my last one of the week.
This was good.
Spaghetti carbonara.
Yes.
And it was so incredibly cheesy.
Yeah, it was.
It was so nice.
And this was the first time you've ever made it, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I forget you usually make this.
Yeah.
So I start by putting my spaghetti on because that takes the longest, to be honest. Everything else about this is so quick. So a bit of salt, bit of oil in the water, stop the pasta sticking. Fry my pancetta, get my spaghetti in. This is already going so well so far. Make sure the spaghetti's in before it burns on the edge of the pan.
Yep. I can see salt on the side of your saucepan.
Yeah, so for my coating, it's 3 eggs.
Yep.
Followed by a little bit of salt and pepper. And a hell of a lot of parmesan.
Yes.
And that is the secret.
Good old stinky parmesan.
And that's it, that's so simple.
Yeah, mix it up.
It's your recipe, I'm saying it like I made it.
Yeah, it is
I did make it, but I didn't create the recipe.
It's very simple.
So you take a bit of pasta water out of the pasta.
That's so important for this, actually.
Yeah, and it helps thicken up the coating.
Yep.
So chuck the spaghetti in with the pancetta, soak up all that nice oil. The heat is off at the moment, by the way.
Yep, you don't need the heat again.
No, pasta water goes in, egg coating goes in, heat's still off. Just let it cook in that kind of gentle warmth.
Yeah.
You don't want to scramble the egg, so it's like chunks of scrambled egg.
No, definitely not.
Then add the chives.
Chives.
Still letting it reduce a bit. You can see it still looks a little bit wet.
Yep.
You just want a coating. You don't want a sauce,
Yeah,
technically.
it is really, really good though. Toss it around a bit, and then what are we going to do now? Plate it up and eat it.
I think that took me like less than 20 minutes.
I think we should have it for dinner tonight as well.
Yeah, I think I'm actually
really tempted.
Because it's so easy, and I've had a long day today at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd like an easy dinner.
And then
Or more
parmesan.
Let me guess some basil next. I don't know why we didn't go for rocket with this, because we do it with every other pasta.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't. Got bored. But there you go.
And I guess that's what we had for dinner this week.
Yeah.
What a week.
It was a really good week, a very delicious week. So, yay! If you fancy seeing more of what we have for dinner, then just click the video you can see on the screen now. Or you can check out the grocery haul to see what's on the menu for us next. So click one of these and I'll see you in the next video.